All right, so to make it's the same technique as we just did for the lamp shade, or the lamp shade and the lamp base is we're going to use extruding to make cups and bowls. So I'm going to show you how to make a coffee cup and also just a regular cup and a bowl. It's all the same technique. So you're going to start off with a square. And again, if you press 3, it turns into a sphere, and it's because it smoothed it and there's only so many edges that it kind of collapses. So we're using that to our advantage when we're doing this soft modeling. So if you press 1, it goes back to our hard edges. If you press 3, it shows you what it looks like smooth. Anyway, we're going to start off with making a bowl. So I'm going to go to face mode. I'm going to press R, and then I'm just going to hold shift and pull inward. I'm going to press W, and I'm going to pull downward. Now, if I switch back to object mode, right click and hold, if I press 3, it becomes a bowl. So now you got a bowl. Again, with object mode, you can shrink it. So you can make it like a salad bowl or even like a dinner plate, pizza bowl, or you can make it like a cereal bowl. You can make it like a cauldron pot. This depends on your scale, size, and whoever you want to scale this. So there's one. So there's a bowl. Now, if I want to make a coffee cup, it's the same technique. So again, I'm going to take a cube, go to face mode, press R. I'm going to hold shift and I'm going to pull to the left. Press W, hold shift, pull down. Again, I'm going to go back to object mode. I'm going to press 3. There's my bowl. But if I want to make this a coffee cup, I can actually go back to face mode again. Select that bottom face. And this time, I'm just going to extrude inward. So if I press R for scale and hold shift and extrude inward, boom, it pops. Now I don't need to go up with it, right? I don't need to do this because then it's going to break. It's not what I'm looking for. I don't want this. So now you could use this as a cup. Again, you can go back to object mode. And you can make this into a glass cup. But I'm going to turn it into a coffee cup. So I'm going to shrink it down a little bit. And guess what? I'm going to take one of these donuts, or they call ellipses. And I'm just going to rotate it up. And you guys can already see where I'm going with this. I can shrink it so it fits the size of my cup. Now, you don't want to just do this and leave it, because then if you're a video game or cartoon, if you're looking inside, you're going to see that model. So we don't want that. So just like we did on the toy box, when we cut off the top of the lid, we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to go to face mode, and we're going to cut this ellipse in half. So we're going to drag and select, backspace, and now it's this half. Now it's a perfect match. Again, I can always still shrink it. I can always stretch it. So now I have a coffee cup. Now, inside your video game or cartoon, you don't want to grab your assets and have them split apart. So if you want to put them together, you just select both. So you can either hold shift and select both, or you can drag and select. Go to mesh, combine, delete history. So you want to make sure you always delete history, because if you don't, as you saw, it keeps the existing shapes and your old shapes. And if you bring those into video games or other cartoons scenes, it's going to start slowing down your computer, and you're also not going to know what's what over here. So if I go mesh combine, and this little blue clock right here is delete history, now it's just one shape. I can name this coffee cup or cup, mug, but now it's one object. Now, my one big advice is, before you start doing this, you want to make sure you color things if you're going to want things different colors. Like, for example, if I wanted the mug to be a different color than the handle, you don't want to combine it, because now if I color this, it's all going to be one color. So you just want to make sure that if you're going to make the handle a different color, you don't combine them until afterwards. And again, if you want to make like your coffee, you have like coffee in there, you can click on this circle right here. It's a flat image. So remember I told you guys how you can make textures with this. It's flat. It's only one shape, one-sided. But I can bring this in, put it right in my cup of coffee, and then I could put whatever texture I want on this. And then again, you just make sure you combine your models together once you're done. So I can go over here, assign new material. I'm going to go blend, make it shiny. Let's see if I can make a brown coffee, mocha, some dark coffee. So again, if I mesh combine these, delete history. Now you guys see I forgot to smooth it, right? So now it went back to its non-smooth form. So I just go to mesh smooth and it'll lock in that smoothness. So now if I bring this into a video game or another cartoon, once you've textured it, when you duplicate it, it will keep those textures. So now I can have 5 Voodoo Donut coffee cups.